Audrey Palmer's here. There they are, from Kentucky State University. Amy Cloud from the Kentucky Chamber of Commerce Executives. You all are here in conjunction with the Leadership Summit. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're happy to be here.
We're just, I don't know whether to laugh or cry over all that stuff I've just heard.
Yeah,
We're traumatized.
I brought everybody down with the ducks.
I'm thinking about Goodnight Moon because that's my favorite nursery thing.
Oh, that's a good
Is that
one.
morbid? Is there a morbid
I
background?
don't think so.
so.
Goodnight Moon. No, that's
not.
newer, I think.
Yeah, that would ruin it.
Newer.
That would ruin it for
Not
me.
gruesome.
That's not
morbid.
that's right.
And then I was like sniffing my dress. He's worried about his jacket.
I don't
I'm like,
smell you.
okay.
I think you're all
I
good.
think everybody's good.
I smell good today. Okay. I digress. Sorry.
But Audrey, you're with the community. You do community resource development
Yes.
at K-State.
I do.
What's that mean?
So essentially, I work under the Community Resource Development team with Cooperative Extension. So for those that don't know, Kentucky State University is a land grant institution. So we get money from the federal government to be able to allocate resources through extension. So my area or where I work with Community Resource Development, and our job is to bring resources to the community based on research.
Okay.
My specific area is leadership development. So very, very passionate about leadership development, what it means to be a leader, and how to continue to build leaders within the community and impact the community in that way. So, yeah. That's what I do.
Okay. So do you do that with the students there at KSU or
So I'm what's called a state specialist. So I
Okay.
work across the state. So
Okay.
what that means is I build curriculums and trainings for leaders. So I do soft skill development, I also do leadership development, and then community leadership development, which is that community building capacity work. So I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But the ultimate goal is to build leaders and the capacity of leaders in the community.
I think we need some of those.
We
So
need
you're
a lot
doing
of
good
them. I think we have them. I think they just need a little help.
Yeah.
I think they need a little help. Yes.
So tell us about the event that's going on May 22nd.
So on May 26th, can I give a little background
Absolutely.
on how
Yeah.
we got
Set
here?
it up.
Yes.
So prior to me coming to Kentucky State University in this capacity, I was fortunate enough to, there was an event that was already in the works, and it was bringing people who do leadership development work together in a sharing summit. And so it was very small scale. Once I came on board to Kentucky State in this role, I met a man named Dan Call. Dan, if you're watching, thank you for your commitment to community leadership development. And Dan Call is from the University of Kentucky, which is also a land grant institution. And he's already been doing some of this work, as well as Ron Ketchen in Montgomery County. And so they were like, we want to do this again. We want to make it bigger. We want to bring in some other partners to make it a bigger and a better event. The more people that you get to share on a particular topic, the better it is, because you get more than just your perspective. And so in that's how I was introduced into this area or this event. And then also this lovely lady beside me, Amy Cloud, with KCCE, was introduced into the event as well. And the three of us, for the most part, with some extra partners from like Leadership Kentucky and some other areas, we were able to bring together a different type of sharing summit that was hosted at Kentucky State University's Benson Farm. If you've not been there, shame on you. Come on out. No, I'm just kidding. We have tons of opportunities and events that benefit the community there. But this one in particular, like I said, brings together local chambers across the state. We had over 35 programs represented last year at our summit. And then we also had people from the extension world. So really bridging those gaps together. We're also looking to open it up to more nonprofits and different things like that. But people who do any measure of leadership development work. So whether you have a leadership development group, or whether you are just passionate about leadership development or being a leader in your community, this summit is for you. So in that day, we focus on exploring best practices. We really want to continue to help give people the resources and the tools that they need to be successful if they're running a leadership program, because it's not easy.
Yeah.
I'm a part of Leadership Frankfurt. Shout out to Leadership Frankfurt. All my Leadership Frankfurt cohort.
Hey,
The
I'm
GO
an
class.
alum of
The
Leadership
GO
Frankfurt,
class
yeah.
is the best class.
So, Amy, what is it about this program that the Kentucky Chamber is involved in? I mean, why is it important to be involved in?
Well,
encouraging this?
I'm fortunate enough to be partnering with these two great folks, but I oversee our local chambers across the state,
Yeah.
and many of our local chambers are the local leadership program leaders, either the executive director of the chamber, or someone on their board, or a volunteer in their organization. So they're always looking for best practices, not only in the Chamber of Commerce world, but any of the programs that they're doing. A lot of them just have 1 or 2 people on staff. And this is just another opportunity for them to be in a room with like-minded individuals, to bring their best practices to the table, to write down new ideas. It's all about relationships, everything, anything you do. Even if you live by yourself, it's how you like yourself, So if you can form more relationships with people that are trying to do the same thing, maybe they've already been where you are and can say, hey, this is what I learned. Do, don't do.
Right.
Or, oh my gosh, you're doing great stuff. Can you share how you got started or how you grew your program?
Right.
So it's just another way that we give our local chamber leaders opportunity to learn from people who are doing what they're doing across the state. I mean, we really have people from all corners. Last year was our first year doing this together.
Yes.
We had almost 100 folks in the room.
Oh, wow.
We're hoping to get that same amount of people. It's just, a lot of it's just how to facilitate that communication. It's not so much really strict, listen to this person, listen to this person, listen to this person.
Yeah.
It's sitting people at the right table, moving people around in rooms, moving people around tables, just so you can feel like you've met everybody in the room and can take home the business card,
Right.
the cell phone number,
yeah.
that list of the information sheet they bring about their program, whatever that looks like. So that's how we're involved, because of the local chamber involvement in their leadership
She's a
programs.
huge asset to this this event, and she's pretty shy about it. As far as like, she's very humble about it.
It's
but
all good.
She,
We're all good. We're all equal
see,
partners in this.
We really are.
Seriously,
But
it
the
is. It's
chamber,
good.
it really is a beautiful thing. And I went to leadership. Montgomery County yesterday for an event where we talked about some of the challenges that people face with starting leadership development programs in their community, and the chamber and extension programs being connected is so vital, because a lot of our initiatives, a lot of our goals and objectives, they actually align pretty well. So I think that this was a great start as far as collaboration. We did this year, we wanted to do something a little bit different. As she said, we have an open space technology type of feel, so it's not super strict. You don't have to go this way, that way. It's pretty open, so people can have open dialogue and feel comfortable with speaking, sharing. And one thing about leaders, we have to champion them, because they want to know that they're good leaders. And so we want to make sure that we give them a chance to blow and toot their own horn.
It does. It supports. It's a support group too.
Sure.
After today, after our event last year, what a support group. I will do another shout out. The Louisville Leadership Center.
Absolutely.
Aaron's been
It's good.
amazing from the Louisville Leadership Center. Sandra Wilson, who has the new Paducah Leadership Center, and we use resources from the the Kansas Leadership Center, which is like world famous. So it's nice that we can, as a group, kind of muscle our way into some of these great resources, because there's power in numbers. And then the people that attend that might not have never known about the resources or these leadership centers now have direct contact with folks that they can use as a resource. Take us out of it. They can directly reach out to those individuals and those leadership centers to grow their program and to use them for guest speaking or agenda building or fundraising or whatever that looks like. So it's been great all the way around. We've all, we're the facilitators, but we've all kind of grown our Rolodex in the middle of all of this. Yeah, to be better facilitators.
That's
as
how that
well.
works.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Let's go over the details one more time. It's the Leadership Summit on May 22nd from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So how do people get involved in that?
They can contact the Kentucky Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
We will put you into the registration page. They can contact Kentucky State, Audrey. They can contact Dan. Call at SEDIC with University of Kentucky.
Okay.
Probably the easiest is through the Kentucky Chamber, just because we hold the registration.
Sure.
And they can reach out to me.
Okay.
It is $50 only $50 to come and be in this room with all these excellent resources. We do have an amazing speaker coming in, Anissa Starnes, and she's going to be coming and talking with everybody. If you don't know who she is, you can look her up. She's very, very well known and very well versed in communicating about leadership.
She's talking about leadership lessons learned on the Appalachian Trail.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes,
So it's gonna
from
be
hikes that she
very-
does in the Appalachian Trail. I mean, you can figure out leadership in all kinds of arenas. but
Of course you
she's
can.
pretty creative about that.
Which
Yes.
is cool.
Yeah,
and
she's very cool.
We also are having a segment where we're going to be tuning in to what Leadership Louisville is doing
With
that
Kim
day.
Scott.
Yes, and so we want to you definitely want to be in the room, because for $50, the resources, we do giveaways, we give away books, we have other resources.
We feed
that
you lunch.
We give you good lunch. So we want you guys to come out and enjoy. And if you're interested in any capacity of being a leader in your community, or you want to start a leadership program, or you want to sustain a leadership program, you need to be in the room with us on May 22nd at the Benson Farm.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Which is a great facility.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes, thank you.
Beautiful.
I said it like it's my child. Thank you.
Like
And
you,
it kind of
yes.
is.
It is. I'm
You
going
can
to take credit.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you wear K-State on your shirt. It's yours.
Yes,
right.
it's fine. It's fine.
So, Amy, you said just to divert for a second.
Yeah.
Goodnight Moon was one of your
Yes,
favorites.
Good Night Moon.
Yeah, I'm familiar
The
with
hard,
that one.
it was like a hard book.
Uh-huh.
You know, and
yeah.
I have
Yeah.
mine.
She said,
I think
Oh,
it's a small
everybody
book,
has
I
right?
it.
have
Yeah.
mine.
Is it small?
Mine is the big one.
I have the big one.
I have the
But,
small
and
one.
my
Yeah.
kids then got the small one, but they keep mine.
Okay.
You know, that's
yeah.
like one we've kept. Good Night
Yeah.
Moon, and of course all the Dr. Seuss.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, there's a dog party at the tree, the top of the tree.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. Now, Audrey, how about you? You got any favorites that come to
Mother
mind?
Goose, maybe not.
I know. I don't
It's a
even,
little, but I do love Dr. Seuss. I know it's not
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss Day, but he's just I just love Dr.
How
Seuss.
can you not
Cat in
love
the
it?
Hat.
Green eggs
Hop
and
on
ham is
Pop,
kind of a weird
green
thing.
eggs. I like it,
But
and I
people
like to
make
make
it a
it
thing.
too.
What green eggs?
For my
Okay.
daughter, she's 7. She likes green eggs and ham.
Yeah.
It makes her want to eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think of green ham, and I know it's not green ham, but I think when I think of green eggs and ham, I think the whole
The
plate
whole
is
thing's
green.
green,
It's
yeah.
like, who wants green ham? But you can do
Yeah.
it.
My daughter's favorite is 10 apples up on top.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
That is a good
I like
one.
Hop on Pop. It's
Yeah.
a little.
Yeah.
That was a little. I don't know.
I like Dr. Seuss words. You
Yeah.
can just make up a word and say it's a Dr. Seuss
Right.
word.
Yeah.
All
right?
the places
Can't
you will go.
Oh, that's an
Doing that.
adult. That's an adult fable.
really
I mean, not a fable. And like I mean,
Yeah,
you
it's
get that when you
It's a
graduate.
good message.
Oh,
Yeah.
It is.
Every
It's a high school graduation
you get-
gift.
Oh, yeah.
With
That's
money
the story.
inside.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Open the book,
Yeah.
shake the book. But yeah.
Ladies, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you
Thanks
so much for having us.
We
We are so
appreciate it
grateful.
so much.
Absolutely,
Thank
sure.
Yeah,
you
hope
very
the
much.
leadership summit goes great, and I'm sure it will.